Allow yourself to find a chair where you can place both feet down on the floor fully in front of you. And allow yourself to either take a soft gaze at something in front of you or close your eyes. Allow yourself to just start to bring your attention in and down. At first, noticing the position of your pelvis. Maybe rolling your pubic bone towards the floor so you're in more of an anterior tilt versus a tuck. So it'll give you a little more access to feel your bones naturally stack themselves. And then we'll slide our attention up to our ribs and feel our ribs stacked over our hips. And then float the back of your skull up and back, allowing yourself to just soften around your bones, the earth of our bodies, feeling your bones naturally stacked, allowing the outer edges of you to start to soften. And then as our attention is in and down, bring your attention to your body and the sensations that you feel. Noticing those places that might feel stuck or achy. And then noticing those places that might need to be handled with extra care through movement. And then bring your attention to your emotions. What emotions you feel in this moment. Allowing them to hold space within you. Just noticing what's there. That's what this practice is for, allowing us and giving us an opportunity to notice what our body and our spirit needs in this moment. And then bring your attention to your breath. At first, just noticing the qualities of it. Noticing where at in your body that you feel it. And then take a deep inhale down into your belly, really allowing your lungs to expand in all directions, a full belly breath. And then a long, slow exhale. Take another deep breath down into your belly. Allow your belly and your ribs to expand. And a long, slow exhale. Take one last deep breath down into your belly. And a long, slow exhale. Maybe you sigh this one out of your mouth. You can slowly blink your eyes open and just allow yourself to take in the colors and the light that are in the room. And then we're going to start to move. I'm going to bring my right hand to the chair right next to my right hip. I'm going to reach the left hand up alongside of my ear, and first reach your left fingertips towards the sky. So we're reaching up, and then we'll reach over towards the right, breathing into the left side body, breathing into that space between the left hip and the left shoulder. Come back up to center. We're gonna take an inhale here. Exhale, we'll twist towards the right. Right hand comes to the back of my right chair and left hand comes to my right thigh. Still pressing or rolling the pubic bone towards the floor. Breathing into the length of your spine. And maybe looking over your right shoulder. And then we'll come back to center. We'll take it to the other side. I'm gonna grab the chair with my left hand, reach the right hand overhead. Inhale, fingers towards the sky. Exhale, and we'll bend over towards the left, breathing into that right side body. Inhale, we'll come back up. Exhale, we'll twist towards the left. Left hand comes to the back of my chair. Right hand comes to the left thigh. Breathe into the length of the spine. And maybe exhale and look over the left shoulder. Inhale, we'll come back up to center. And then we're gonna slide our feet apart, our feet and our knees as wide as feels good for your body. Our knees and our feet are nice and active, maybe pressing down actively into our feet, a nice long spine, still playing around with that anterior tilt to the pelvis. And then we're gonna slide the back of the right hand on the inside of the right knee. We're gonna lift the left fingertips towards the sky and follow the gaze of the left fingertips. We're gonna slide the right hand down towards the right foot. You're gonna pause where it feels like this is my end range. When you pause, you're gonna turn your head so that you're looking towards the right big toe. And then you're gonna pretend like God is pulling you on a string from a fishing line with the left fingertips and pulling you back up to center. And then we'll take it to the other side. Back of the left hand on the inside of the left knee, pressing together. Right fingertips towards the sky and gaze towards the right fingertips. Sliding down the left leg. When you get to that pause, we'll turn and look at our left big toe. Pretend like you're being pulled up from the right fingertips. Good, and then we'll do it one more time on each side. The right hand slides down, left fingertips look up. You're gonna pause when you get to the bottom and shift your gaze to the right big toe. Imagine as if you're being pulled up like beads on a string. And we'll do it on the other side. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up. You'll shift your gaze to the left big toe. Pull up from the right fingertips. And we'll come back up to center. Good. Now we're gonna do a seated warrior two. So we're gonna shift so that we're looking towards the left. Left knee is bent, whole foot is on the floor. You're gonna extend the right leg back behind you. And this can still remain bent, right? So you're gonna extend the right leg back behind you, and maybe if it feels good, you can straighten that back leg, and you might even be able to adjust a little bit so that your left glute is entirely on the chair and the right glute is entirely off of the chair. But you're gonna extend this right leg back behind you, looking for a nice stretch on the front of this quad. If you're in a seated position all day, this ends up getting shorter and shorter because our body accommodates to what actions we do or do not throughout the hours of the day. This is also a great time for a breath down into your belly. And a long, slow exhale. And then we'll take it to the other side. We're gonna look towards the right. Right glute is totally on the chair. Left glute is not. Right foot is nice and planted down. And then you're gonna stretch the left leg back behind you. And this can be out to the side a little bit if that feels good. So it's a little bit wider. Give room for your hips. You're gonna stretch the left leg back behind you. Just finding a nice stretch on the front of this quad. Good, and then we'll come back to center. We'll do one last thing. You're gonna place your hand on your sternum. This is really good for those tech neck things where you start to notice you're really focused and you've got that forward head position. You're gonna press your hand down on your sternum and make sure it doesn't move. And then you're gonna look up towards the sky. And this is where it's important to make sure that this doesn't move. And you're gonna slide your head back. And then if it feels good here, you can pause. And then you have an option to roll the left ear to the left shoulder. And then roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And then roll the left ear to the left shoulder. And then roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And then you can come back to center and then lift your head back up. And now hopefully you feel like the back of your head is a little more spacious. One last thing, we'll do Shavasana in seated, because I'm a fan of Shavasana. You're gonna bring your hands to the tops of your thighs, just nice and stacked as we were earlier with your bones. And then you can either take a soft gaze or close your eyes entirely. Allow yourself to just soften those outer edges, softening the outer edges of your skin and your muscle. With each exhale, soften the muscles in your throat. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And soften the muscles of your face. With each exhale, put a little bit of space between the upper and the bottom jaw. Soften the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Feeling your bones just naturally stacked. Your heart over your hips. And your head over your heart. Allow yourself to feel just 10% softer. Maybe softening the edges of your breath. When you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open. Bring your hands together at heart center. And at first, bow humbly to yourself and your beautiful, unique light within you. Give yourself thanks and gratitude for doing something truly good for yourself today. May we open to awareness for the benefit of all beings. And when you're ready, you can honor the light in those sitting next to you. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me.